Plaintiff Michael Reeves is suing his ex-fiancée for rent, a security deposit, and electric bills. Michael claims the defendant emotionally and physically cheated on him, and now she refuses to let him see her daughter, who he raised from birth. Defendant Jenna Smith claims Michael cheated, and she found out when she caught him sending naked pictures of himself to another woman. She's countersuing for bills, a loan, and Christmas gifts.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding. Please be seated.
Michael Reeves is suing his ex-girlfriend for unpaid rent, a security deposit, as well as electric bills. And Jenna is countersuing for an unpaid cell phone bills, an unpaid loan, and unreturned Christmas gifts. State your case, Michael.
It's unfortunate, Your Honor, that we're here today. I'm suing my ex-girlfriend, Jenna. I'm a good father, devoted to my kids.
Do you have kids together?
No.
Okay.
But I raised her daughter. I was a devoted boyfriend to Jenna, but that did not take her long to emotionally cheat on me and then eventually physically cheat on me.
Do you cheat on him?
No.
Emotionally?
No.
Then definitely not physically.
No.
Okay. All right. Do you feel like a father to her daughter?
Absolutely. I raised her from when she was born. She was a daddy's girl. And, she'd cuddle with me, wouldn't want mom, and would come to me. When I was gone, she'd cuddle with my clothes. And I would take her from daycare, take her out to lunch, spend time with her.
How old is she now?
She's a little over a year and a half now.
And so you were there from the time she was born?
I met Jenna in December of 2007. She was 8 months pregnant.
Not with your baby?
No.
What's the baby's name?
Shyla.
Shyla? How old is the other child?
Shyla is a year and a half, and then she has a son from a previous relationship that's 3, and then I have a son who is almost 2.
All right, okay. Talk to me, Michael.
Well, from the beginning, she had lied to me. She had told me she was a nurse working in the cancer center with kids.
Were you?
No.
Where were you working?
Nebraska Medical Center.
So she was working in the medical center?
Yes, that's correct.
She jazzed it up a bit. Who are you? Are you mom?
Yes, I'm Michael's.
Stand up. Tell me your name.
My name is Deborah Bloomer, and I'm Michael's mother. And Jenna did tell not only Michael, but myself, my daughter, my boyfriend, that she was a medical professional working at the cancer hospital.
You know what, Mom? That doesn't matter. You know, she was working at a cancer hospital, yes, and she bumped it up a bit to seem more important. I mean, think about it. She shows up in your family 8 months pregnant. She's trying to build herself up. But
true. Your Honor, the only reason I bring this up is that there is continuous lying. That has been part of the issue between both of them.
When did the relationship go wrong?
Around the end of November, beginning of December.
What happened?
Well, upon meeting him, I had one of his family members come to me and tell me that he had restraining orders from some of his other exes. He was never violent towards me. I will admit that. But he did cheat on me.
How do you know?
His sister came to me with some information. She had overheard him talking on the phone to a female. She proceeded to ask him who it was. He claimed it was D, which he had told me was a guy that he worked with. So she came to me and told me that D was not a guy. And
so what we've got is his sister saying he's having an affair and telling you. You said she's fooling around. What makes you think she's fooling around?
Well, in June of 2008, I suspected her cheating and stuff like that. She was getting phone calls. She would go into the other room. She was getting text messages. Well, I later found out it was an ex-boyfriend who's currently married with kids now. And she did admit to me that she had been...
Two single parents. An ex-boyfriend who's married. A sister who turns on her brother. You got more drama here than in the hills. You know that?
And my own custody battle going on.
You got a custody battle too?
Still, yes.
Restraining orders? Yes or no? Look at me, Michael.
Yes.
Why?
My ex to get custody of our son. But they were dismissed.
Yeah?
Yes.
You sure?
Positive, 150%.
He never hit you?
No.
Never pushed you?
No.
I don't think you're a hitter. I just don't. Could be wrong. Okay. What proof do you have that he was cheating? He doesn't strike me as a cheater. You know, women have radar for you guys.
On one occasion, he did give me his phone. I looked through it, found a text message that he had sent to another woman.
Saying what?
It didn't say anything. It was a picture.
What was the picture?
A naked picture.
Of him or her?
Him.
Oh, come on, Michael. What's the matter with you?
It was accidentally sent.
Baloney. You don't stand in front of your phone and take your picture full nude frontal and send it to a girl.
It was supposed to be to her.
Had he ever sent you pictures of himself naked?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so we might buy it. Okay.
I had texted this female and asked her what she knew of him. She said, that he was single, father, and everything like that. Then I asked, well, do you know that he is in a relationship with myself? And she said no.
All right, but that doesn't prove he was having an affair. Just like you were talking to your ex-boyfriend who's married, he's talking to some girl too. So what are we fighting about?
The night before Christmas Eve, we were going out to dinner, and Jenna had gotten a phone call. And it was a gentleman, and she's getting all happy, giddy, laughing with him and everything like this, like she was when her and I were first talking and getting together. And I'm thinking, this is not right. I take the phone, I say, who is this? He goes, who in a curse word is this? And I said, this is her fiance. And he goes, oh, really? And him and I ended up talking for about 20 minutes. He had told me that she would come up to the room and cuddle with him. His daughter was a patient there where she had worked.
Is this a hospital room or a hotel room?
Hospital. It's a hotel in the hospital because it's a cancer center.
And she would cuddle with who?
She would cuddle with this guy.
In the hotel?
In this hotel room where...
hotel?
Yes, correct.
Was that a part of your job description?
No.
You give them the medicine, you clean the tub, and then you cuddle with the fathers? I mean, what are we doing here?
And so
By the way, were you engaged?
No.
Yes, we were engaged August of 2008. I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
Did you give her a ring?
Yes, I did.
Where's the ring?
That was his ex-fiance's ring. That
Who
wasn't
cares?
mine.
He was giving it to you. Who cares? You know what? Every diamond belonged to someone before it belonged to us. Did he give it to you?
Yes, but I also gave it back.
Why'd you give it back?
I just didn't see it working.
You didn't. Why not?
Because I found out about the other girls.
You didn't think he could work through it?
I thought when we moved to Bellevue and got the new apartment, it would stop, but it didn't. He kept it going, and I knew I couldn't handle it anymore.
It's something that never happened. It was her blaming me for cheating and me blaming her. And the reason she gave me the ring back was actually we pawned the ring so we could come up with the new money for the new apartment.
Okay. Do you still see Shyla?
No.
You miss Shyla? Shyla miss Michael?
Of course.
What can we do here, Jenna? I feel an enormous amount of loss here. Not just affection, but loss. Okay? If you can, at the end of the day, try to sit down, have a cup of coffee, and if it has to start with, how's Shyla? Do you think I could see her? My son is fine. Would you like to see him? You start there. I like his mother, too. I think she's a good woman. A lot of mothers would take their son's side and trash the other girl till the cows come home. She's not doing it. All right, on to the lawsuit. What are you suing her for?
I'm suing her for the amount of rent. She moved out. We got in an argument the night of Christmas. I was sleeping. My mother came and woke me up. Jenna was upset. I came out, and Jenna was all upset, saying she's leaving. She's taking the kids' clothes, putting them in the car. I said, you're not leaving. It's snowing out. It's cold. You're not leaving with these kids.
And you're here to say what?
I'm Shara Smith. I'm Jenna's sister.
What are you here for?
I was a witness to that. She didn't pack up her bags and leave. He kicked her out at around 3:00 in the morning. It must have been on Christmas. She called me and was crying and told me that her car was packed up and she was on her way home because she had gotten kicked out.
Jenna, what happened?
What happened was I came home on Christmas. I had spent my Christmas Eve with my family.
Okay.
I fell asleep on the couch.
Okay.
When I awoke, I walked down the hall to my daughter's bedroom at that time. Him and his mother were in there talking. Mm-hmm. My crib was disassembled. All of my belongings were gone. I proceeded to ask him where they had went. He said, we packed them into your car. I then picked up my daughter, grabbed my coat, my purse, in her car, put her in her car seat, And I proceeded to leave because I took it as a hint.
A hint? That's like a cannonball.
Exactly.
Your Honor, my mother was there. She's a witness
What's going
to
on,
this.
Mom?
What happened that night?
That night,
Who disassembled the crib?
They did.
And he said
She did.
Okay, I can't figure this one out. But go ahead. I know the baby didn't, but other than that, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was trying to get her to stay, Your Honor. I was telling her,
Then
no,
you know
you need
what?
to
You
stay
would have
and don't
pulled her
go out in
back
the
and
cold.
made her stay. No man lets a woman leave on Christmas.
I wasn't
in the
going to touch
winter,
her,
in
you
the
know.
snow with a baby.
I yelled at her. I told her that. Finally, I moved and she left with the kids. The next morning, her mother had called me and said, where do you get off kicking her out? I said, here. And I just put my mother on the phone. I said, here's what really happened. Because her mother told my mother that she went home and told them that she was kicked out in the middle of the night.
Okay. So what are you suing her for?
The amount of rent from the time she moved out for the extent of the lease for the rest of the time. And
How much do you think she owes you a month?
She owes me half of $636, so $318 a month.
$318 a month.
Correct.
And what are you saying? What are you suing him for?
The unpaid cell phone bills. I've been paying the cell phone bill for the past year.
Which
We've had it.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I
You have 2 phones on the plan?
Yes, and I have all of the Verizon accounts, and I have bank statements backing
When
up.
you got thrown out, why didn't you turn his phone off?
I could not afford it with 2 kids and a
Couldn't
car.
you afford the termination fee?
Your Honor, excuse me,
Yeah.
Your Honor. We had an agreement that she would pay the cell phone bill and everything and not turn it off because I had lost my job and everything then by this time. And she agreed that she was going to pay it.
Okay. Now, the issue for the court is whether or not there was an agreement between the two of them. And I believe that there was. And then the issue for the court is one of fact, and it's very simple. Did she move out on her own or did he throw her out? I don't think he threw her out. I don't. I think she moved out on her own. Okay? I think you may have thought it was intolerable and you didn't much care at that point. But at the same time, I think that the fact that you continue to pay the telephone bill tells me that you're not so angry. And any woman who's gotten thrown out Christmas night with her baby in the middle of the winter in the snow ain't going to keep paying for a cell phone bill for this guy. It's not going to happen. So don't lie to me. All right, so here's the deal. 318 times 8 months. And what else are you suing for?
The unpaid electric bill, her half of that
right.
unpaid
What
electric
is that?
bill.
Plus
$200. It's $100 for a portion.
plus $100. And you're suing for the phone bill.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to give you for the phone bill.
I also made him a $500 loan, which I have.
Did she loan you $500?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
I'm going to subtract the $500 that you owe her. And how much does he owe you for the
Cell
phone?
phones, $889.
And what else? $40 for Christmas gifts.
Yes.
What's that about?
He had went and bought all 3 kids each a $20 Christmas gift. And when I was kicked out that night, I did not have any gifts for my kids for Christmas.
Where are the gifts?
I took them back to the store.
Oh, a little anger here, huh, Michael? So you admit you owe her $40.
Excuse me, Your Honor. On the cell phone bill, she also constantly downloads things and everything, which I shouldn't be responsible for those $2.
You know what? Give her a phone back. Be a man and give her a phone back. Leave it alone.
Well, I paid for the phone.
All right, verdict for the plaintiff. You win, you win. At the end of the day, you both lose. You know why? You had something and you lost it. The 2 of you blew it. But you win. But there's no winner here. So ordered.
Michael cannot do anything to win me back.
I love her, and I always will. She was a good mom. I was a good father, and I'll always love her.